Hawkins writes again. Good day to you. It is I, Justin Hawkins. This is Justin Hawkins Rides Again, my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for those notifications so you don't miss a thing. Today, I'm going to be talking about an American mega band from the yester times called the Creedence Clearwater Revival. American rock band formed in California. I didn't know that, actually. Their music is still a staple of US classic rock radio airplay. Okay, so perhaps this is more for the people who don't live in the States. 28 million records have been sold in the US alone. The band's songs rarely dealt with romantic love, concentrating instead on political and socially conscious lyrics about topics such as the Vietnam War. The compilation album Chronicle, the 20 Greatest Hits, originally released in '76, is still on the Billboard 200 album chart and reached the 500 weeks mark in December 2020. Madness. It's been awarded 10 times platinum. Rolling Stone ranked them 82nd on its 100 greatest artists of all time. Seems a bit low to me. Fortunate Son was added to the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry list of sound recordings that are culturally, historically, or aesthetically important in 2013. Wow. Okay, well, brilliant facts there. I made a little playlist with some of it's the really, really obvious stuff. Hard to avoid that. They didn't make that many records, really. And obviously they had huge songs which you just can't leave off. So let me find it. I think I'm going to call it the Creedence Clearwater Reminder because, you know, we should already be aware of this stuff, but perhaps it's due a little Creedence Clearwater I can't spell water. Here we go. Water Reminder. Here we are. That's what it's called. The link to it's going to be in the description. So I started off with Green River, just because it's a great riff, isn't it? And then when the bass comes in, it just goes... I think that's a sort of testament to how rock's evolved, really. I think to get people moving, bass lines started going like this. It would be like that, but in reality it's... I love that. It's brilliant. Why don't people do that more? Get a bit more harmonic information like that as well. And I suppose the reason is because people who do dad dancing will just end up doing this. Whereas it encourages you to do that, doesn't it? Maybe it's just as dancing evolved, so did bass lines. Or was it bass lines that forced the issue? These are the questions that keep me up at night. I put Bad Moon Rising on there just because it's from the movie film American Werewolf in London. The highlight of that soundtrack, I think that's the first time I became aware of Creedence Clearwater Revival, is when I heard that song in An American Werewolf in London. Brilliant. Fortunate Son, that's the one that I mentioned earlier that's culturally, aesthetically important.
It ain't me, I ain't no fortunate one.
Oh, I Wish I Could Hide Away on there. That's the nearest thing to a deep cut that I could find, really. But what I love about it is you hear John Fogerty's voice doing something totally different. Like, he's got that sort of lovely raspy stuff in his singing, but in the chorus of this one, he's got hide away. So he's got this go on, hide away. You hear this lovely falsetto that he just leans on occasionally. It's just incredible. So I put that in there for that, really. It's a very moving track and a super emotional vocal on it. It's great. I put Have You Ever Seen the Rain on because you can't listen to Creedence without listening to the big songs. Do you know what I mean by that? You've got to sprinkle a bit of the deeper cuts in, but they have to be strewn around the key moments. Have You Ever Seen the Rain? All these songs are brilliant because you can just play them on an acoustic, impress your parents and grandparents. Your children less so. Your grandchildren probably wouldn't be interested.
Long ago, there's a calm before the storm.
Great. Oh, I put Looking Out My Back Door on there, not because I have a morbid fascination with anything that suggests back doors. I do also like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap because it mentions back doors. Backdoor Man, The Doors. Looking Out My Back Door is probably... I mean, it's literally look at the back door to his house. It's nothing to do with the other... Nothing to do with that. I've come to realise. So he's looking out of his back door. Let's stop being childish. Out my back door. Did he go? Just got back from Illinois, locked the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down, take a rest on the porch. So wait a minute. Is that how American houses are arranged then? You have the porch on the back. I thought that was on the front normally. Got to sit down, take a rest on the porch. Imagination sets in. Pretty soon I'm singing, do, looking out my back door. So maybe he's got the front door and the back door open. He's sitting on the front porch looking through the house like that at the stuff that's going on in the garden whilst clearly hallucinating about things like elephants. Wow, tambourines, elephants, a flying spoon. It's interesting stuff. Wondrous apparition provided by a magician. Do, looking out my back door. It's incredible. The laws of physics are being defied throughout that song, and I love it. Oh yeah, I heard it through the grapevine for the same reason really. There's a lot of variety in the way he sings. Look.
I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be mine.
Oh yeah. In the first verse even you hear you hear him going through the gears of his voice, gearbox of his voice. Technical term. Keep up.
Man, to make me do for some other cat you knew.
I mean, that's pretty high. God, you knew before. Yeah, he's like, and he's got this, some other God, you knew before. So he goes from, within the space of that sort of half a second, is from full-on blues swampman to like, I don't know, a beautiful songbird chirping from a tree. He's a really versatile singer, and you see it on that song, so I stuck it on there. Then I wanted to find this I Put a Spell on You because I just think it's really, really atmospheric. I used to love listening to this when I was half asleep. I hope you will too. I Put a Spell on You. It's not considered the definitive version of it. I think it's a Screaming Jay Hawkins song, isn't it? Aptly, but that's when you hear the band really, not the band, that when you hear the musicians in this band really adding some intensity to the performance. It's really effective and spellbinding, hence the title, I suppose.
Spell on you.
Anyway, enjoy Creedence. This was your Creedence Clearwater reminder, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for the alerts. Justin Hawkins rides again. Again. And watch one of these two videos. Nice one. Cheers.